Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please go and hit that subscription button. And now we start talking about personal issue that have been really disturbing me and letting me feel like people should know something and advise me of something. You see, I had my firstborn 2008, and we had a very good relationship with the father, but as time went by, we started having issues here and there, the small issues, and we were not tackling because the father of my son was a player. You people, you know players. So I won't name the person. So if you know the father of my son, you just know who I'm talking about. So that time I was just stupid, annoyed, and not annoyed person, because I used just to be every time being with him even after all he did wrong, and then he was forcing me also to move on, and then later after I've moved on and then we get back together. Those are the kind of the things we used to do to each other. So it reached a point that now after I had tried to move on, he realized that now it's too much. He came and asked me and told me if I've ever done something wrong, because I asked him why, and I was hiding because I was still childish. And then he told me, I really need to know if you did something wrong so that we can talk over and then we start our relationship. For me, I never thought we were gonna have a relationship. I just thought that we're gonna just be playing around, but I was true in love, with him. So to the young love is just playing, doing bad stuff to each other. You don't care because you're just this naive people. You're trying to it's called what, to experience different kind of lives. So I had and then when we decided to move to now live together, we were now I was wondering if I could have a baby, and we started wanting a baby. So this time when I was trying to have a baby, we took one more, I mean an year, trying to look for a baby. So Ryan came. They were so happy. The mother was happy. Both of us, we were happy. But you people, don't forget that the father of my son was a mama's boy. So everything, the business, so he was being controlled by the mom. So at a point, I was tired of the way the mother used to control. You women, we know the way we get tired. So I got tired of the way the mom was controlling the father of my son, and now I started started to speak out. Well, little did I know that speaking out will lead to a lot of enmity and a lot of stuff, a lot of grudges. So but the father of my son really loved me, because we forgave each other, and we said that now we are going to start a relationship, and it's going to be based on a true and genuinity. So we started. He had my tattoos, and for me, I was just the wife, a home-based wife, not a working woman. So, but we had a house assistant, a house manager, and one thing I will say about everything is that you people, don't ever get married to a person who is employed with the mother. because even if he's going to buy a panty, but the mother must know. They never always want the truth. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm tired with the mother of the grandmother of my son. Have you ever respected someone until now you've reached a point that you say to hell, because you've done everything possible to make even you just stay mutual, because you just think of, I've been thinking so many stuff this woman did to me. I add 1 + 1, it never it can never resolve to any solution. The son never has answers. It can never have answers, because this woman, he's those petty women, Can you imagine me? I'm not now with the son. I've moved on. She's seen that I've moved on, but she's still trying to make me feel bad. And he's stupid, because she doesn't know that me, I've moved on long time. I cannot even feel bad, because the son never loved the person who now she's living with, and you can see it, because after we had a separation, it was very sad for me, because he went to a neighbor. He started pushing with this neighbor, and this neighbor, they had a business that I never knew. They had opened a business together. Well, the mother knew everything about it, and the mother was the one supporting it. So she never told me anything, and the mother never wanted me to go to the home area, because we had some grudges, because she used to come to my house and wanting to control me. And me, I'm this big-headed woman that me ni kichwa ngumu, you people. Me, I cannot allow you 1, 2, 3, 4 times. No, I can allow you the first time, the second time, the third. If you just look there, if you see my eyes, you'll know I've taken enough. So this woman thinks that now, because I'm not in his son's life, he can be sending my son's pictures, because he's in Europe, and I've given her a chance to be chatting with my son, and starting to abuse me, because I've told her to stop, because he's sending pictures to people that even my son doesn't know. And then the people who he's sending pictures to, they're the people who I fought with, the house helps that I had suspected them with the father of my son, or they knew something, they were hiding something about the relationship of the father of Ryan. Imagine, she does that. Who does that? So for me, I became very impatient, and I said no, I have to give her a warning. And I told her, little did I know that it will cause a lot of problems. She started abusing me. Oh, even you slept in the mosque because you wanted my son. I told her, listen, your son wants me. Even now when I'm in Europe, he sends me messages. I'm sorry, you people, I'm putting everything out here, because I really want you people to know that there are people who never gives up to just make someone sad after all. You people, the people who knew me back in Africa, they saw the way I became tiny because of the way my husband left me. He left me, and I never knew. And she was cheating with a girl that she's saying that is a church woman. She was not even the father is a pastor. I remember going to the mother's house and crying and telling the mother, can you tell your daughter to stop moving with my husband? And the mother told me, no. She told me that she's moving. I told her, no, she's living with my husband. And the mother was very disappointed and told me she lied. Then she lied. And then this woman now is telling me that she's having the audacity to laugh at me with that. Oh, now she's living. I'm not feeling bad, you woman. Let me tell you, the grandmother of Ryan, I'm not feeling bad. And I want to tell you this. You might want to curse me. You might want the bad downfalls of me. And they will come to you with your generation, because God never never allows any bad thing if anyone has never ever done to you wrong. I've never done anything wrong to this woman. She's always created problems to me between me and other people. And when I've had problems before, she was a good mom to me. And then we had our own issues. And the small issues, they were supposed to be solved within the family. But since she never wanted to solve it, now I became tired because I could not like say I've not done, and she was forcing me to say I've done them. And she's still continuing. Can you imagine, now I'm in Sweden, but she's still like using those stuffs to make me feel, I cannot feel bad. I'm covered with the blood of Jesus. If you have nothing to do with your life, it's just cursing people's children, thinking because your children are more important. Every child is child of God. Don't think you cursing me will come to me. They will go back to your children, and I am assuring you, remember what happened to your kid, the kid of your son. All the tears I cried, I was not happy about what happened to that child because she's innocent. But you know what you did to me, and I told God, because this woman and this lady have made me this bitter with my life, make them one day realize that you are a God that I serve. I never did anything to my husband. My husband was a cheater. He cheated. But because Esther, she's this person who goes everywhere, or me, I was young and naive. They mistake me and abused me and said a lot of bad stuff about me. There are stuffs of which, yeah, I left my house. It's true, I left my house because I wanted my husband to change. I never left my house because I was having a man outside. I never had anyone in mind. Never. Let me repeat this. I never left my house because I had someone else in mind. I left because we were fighting with my man, and it was getting to a place that it was not like resolving. And my husband never even used to do to me stuff. I used also to do stuff because I used to have my small money. You woman, yeah, even if we go to swimming pool, he could tell me, I won't pay for you. Where do you take your money? You can do for yourself. Yeah, he goes in with his son and swims and leaves me there. How many times he've done to me those stuff? Yeah, because the mother she was the one who was telling him what to do. But even if he wasn't the mother, I really don't care. But you people, let you sit yourselves down together in a table, and you start to analyze what you did to this woman. Stop like every time still like continuing like wanting to battle with me. This goes to the grandmother of my son, not the father. The father of my son respects me, and he never even abuses me, but he always like show me that he still thinks about me and he cares, and I have SMSs. But the mother thinks that I'm the one who like I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. If I want your son, I could be with him here in Europe, here in Sweden. I really don't have anything to do with your son. And I respected what you say, that you never want me to marry to him, and I left him alone. I left him for Tsunami. That woman, that lady, she's called Tsunami. She's just a disaster like her name. Yeah. So I said today I will just talk genuinely about this, because this woman, she's really like continuing disrespecting me, and I'm still living in Sweden, and I really don't know how to approach her or what to do, because she was mother-in-law. I really don't know if all mothers-in-law are like this, because all the rest that I've seen, even with my friends, they have good mother-in-laws. Whether they have issues, their mother-in-laws tackles them like adults. And now the mother-in-laws that I have now, they're really like, they respect me and they love me no matter what. They know that Esther is a child. They don't take me like, Esther is just a woman. They take me like I'm someone's child, like the way their children, they could be someone else could have taken them. But this woman, I really don't know. I don't have a mother, because maybe my mother could be like standing up for me. I'm so tired of you, woman. I'm not disrespecting you. I've respected you enough for more than those all years. Even when my son was in Africa, you were still refusing me to talk to my son. Enough is enough. I'm just saying this. If someone can just reach this message to her, and if she can see it, because I'm very like disappointed, and I'm feeling like, no, he is my son, my flesh, my blood, and my everything. She is the one who decided for the father of my son to marry that woman. Yes, she decided, because the father of my son was asked by his late grandmother, do you want Esther or the other woman? Levi, the father of my son, said she wants Esther. And guess what happened? She just slapped the son because she chose me over the other woman. So you people, you can just analyze it. Don't think like I'm just being biased or Esther, you're too much. I just need closure. What does this woman want from me every time? Like now she's cussing me. Why is she cussing me? Can you even wish, if you really care about that grandson of yours that you pretend that you care, could you be talking bad stuff to be happening to the mother of that child? I've never spoken any bad thing to have happened to the father of my son. Never. We've fought. He've done to me so many stuff, but I've never like say, I pray that he die. I pray, like, no. But for this woman, she's praying for me, the mother of the grandson, that even she tells me I cannot see the years that he's seen. Back to the sender with their old generation. I curse them to also me. And I say, anything you say to me with my generation may never come to pass, even if I die now. But they will go back to your generation and generation and generation until the day that you'll apologize and realize that you're not a God to be served. There is God in heaven. I'm tired. I'm tired to take all your nonsense. You're not rich. You're not educated. You don't have wisdom. The reason why I say this, whether you have money, you don't have. Whether you have wisdom, you don't have. Why? Because it's like you're battling with God. God even have removed me from Kenya to Sweden, but you still want to battle with me. What have I done to you? Stay in your lane, please. Stay in your lane, and I stay in mine. Because I'm not even supposed to be arguing with you. I'm supposed to be arguing with the father of my son. Please, let me tell you, we have nothing now. We have nothing, me and you. I have your son to talk to me because of his son. And if you want to talk to my son, you can talk, but in a respectful way. If you don't want me to tell you the way you can do to my son or the way to talk to my son, leave him alone, because you're not going to disrespect me through my son. I'm not going to allow it. In Jesus' name. Put all your disappointments to yourself. If you're a sadist, I'm not. I'm very clean-hearted. That's the reason why I moved on, and I had chance to come here, and I've gone all through all the things that I've gone through, because I'm in his hands. He knows what is good for me, and he knows where I'm supposed to be. Be blessed, everyone, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm so sorry that I had to come out and speak, because this thing have been like washering me like this. My mouth was just like, I can't deal with it anymore. I've been keeping quiet for some time, but now it's time for me to speak it out. And thank you everyone for everything. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Be blessed.